My name is Craig Lynch, and I practice in the real estate and commercial development group here at Parker Poe. Probably the best piece of advice I ever got was from a boss that I had before I went to law school. He worked at Ford Motor Company. His name was Ambrose Cloniger, and his advice was always treat the people that you come into contact with, no matter where they are on the food chain, with respect and dignity. The thing that made me want to be a lawyer was that I worked in the corporate world for a while, and I recognized that I might have to move all over the country if I was successful. And I realized I really liked North Carolina and wanted to remain here. And I think as a lawyer, I've been somebody who's been able to kind of be a master of my own fate and kind of be my own boss in many respects, and I found that to be very fulfilling. The reason why I ended up with Parker Poe is that I felt like I fit in well from a fit perspective. I think all firms have different personalities, and I think my personality fit very well here. The other thing that really attracted me to Parker Poe was the level of commitment to community service. It seemed to me like all the partners that were senior in the firm at the time had something that they did out in the community that they were passionate about, and to me that was very important. Here in the Carolinas, where the bulk of my work is done, we've been in growth mode pretty much ever since I joined Parker Poe, which is almost 29 years ago. And obviously that means a lot of great things for our practice area, for me personally, and for the clients that we serve. The thing that I find most fulfilling in real estate practice is that it's a constructive process where you're kind of working toward a common goal, and it's not adversarial typically. And I like the fact that people work together to try to achieve a good result for both of their clients. I understand a client's business by getting to know them personally, trying to figure out exactly what it is that they want to accomplish. I think it's always helpful to take a visit to where it is that the client's operations are. That's not always possible, but I think that's the best way to kind of find out exactly what it is that they do. And then also, because of the availability of information on the internet now, I think that's the best place to kind of start when you're trying to figure out what it is that they do. In my opinion, what sets Parker Poe apart when it comes to delivery of service for clients is that we take ownership of clients' problems and make them our own. I think that because of the way that we kind of embrace the issues that kind of come up in the projects that we undertake for clients, they recognize that we're as invested as they are in getting to a good solution. The way I think I know that I've done a good job, obviously, is when the client tells me that I've done a great job, and that happens fairly frequently. People understand that we're delivering service to them, and if we've done it in a way that's efficient, that achieves their goals, I think most of the clients that I serve will tell me, hey, great job. The one thing that I try to do every day is thank the people who help me in terms of doing my job, whether it's my assistant, whether it's a paralegal, whether it's a coworker, a partner, people that are in the legal data services area. I think it's important to say thanks. I'm involved in a number of community service activities. I do a lot of volunteer work at my boys' schools. I find that to be very fulfilling, and it makes it so that I'm kind of part of their lives in the academic world that they live in. I also do some things for folks who are affected by multiple sclerosis in the community, and have participated in walks, have done things where we kind of go to people's homes and do the things that maybe they used to be able to do but can't anymore because of the way the disease has progressed with them. The first job I ever had was mowing lawns in the neighborhood that I grew up in. I grew up in Miami, and you can imagine what it was like in the summertime to be mowing lawns, and I vowed when I was in about 6th grade that I would never do that again if I could afford to hire somebody to do it for me. If I wasn't a lawyer, I'd probably like to be in the broadcasting world or be an announcer for sporting events.